Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. My name's Stephanie and today we have another installment of my Destash series. This video is going to be going through all of the browns in my collection. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Alright, so we are at my desk, so let's just get into the time lapse. Okay, so here is basically every brown in my collection. It's just, a little cut off at the bottom here, but other than that, everything pretty much fits into frame, which is so exciting. Just looking at all of these laid out makes me so happy. I mean, I'm sure you guys know I love brown nail polishes, so I feel like this is gonna be really hard, but we will try our best. So yeah, let's just get started by kind of grouping some of them. Okay, so I don't know why I made them in groups like all outside of frame. Okay, so now that they're in their sort of color groups, we have like the lighter beigey ones up here, going into the slightly like warmer mid-toned browns, getting warmer and warmer until we get into like the deeper red brick browns on the bottom. Then these couple of shades in this top corner are what I would say are the most cool tone browns in my collection. Then we have the more sparkly, kind of like rose gold, coppery ones, some more sparkly but like just deeper browns in general, a couple of the yellowy ones mixed in. And this bottom row are brown jellies and then creams, so pretty organized. So I do want to start with the cooler tone browns just because I have the least amount of them and I feel like I'm gonna be keeping them all, maybe. But I guess going from left to right, the first one we have here is Crack's Mocha Mousse, which actually is maybe more warm toned. Either way, we're keeping this one. This one is Noodles Nail Polish Warm Mocha Latte, which is a much older shade, sadly not around anymore, which is a shame because it's just such a really unique shade. Like, I love that it has a cooler base and it also has this cool kind of iridescent shimmer mixed in. I think for a while she did have something in her shop that was similar to this, like not really a 2.0 exactly, but just kind of similar vibes, but I just don't know if it's still around. So if it is, I should throw up a picture. But then this one is, I want to say, my very first cool tone brown. This is Sinful Colors Nirvana, which I had picked up on a whim one day, like on my way to work, so long ago at this point, but it's just so pretty. It just kind of has this like milk chocolate color. I don't remember it having, a great formula, which I feel like was always the case with Sinful Colors, but they had some really nice like hidden gems. Then of course, oh my god, we are keeping Kathleen & Co.'s Rosary Repeat, which was from Polish Pickup. I guess technically this can also be considered like a warm brown because the shimmer is so fiery, but oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning. Then this one is Crack's Liquid Smoke, which actually I could have or should have put it down here with the brown jellies. So you know what, yeah, I will save that one. We'll get to it a little bit later. These last two are from Sylvan Claw. So this one here is Ashes to Dust, which is their very first magnetic. Technically also maybe not like, you know, the coolest shade of brown. It's like a little bit warm, slightly purple leaning. Very, very interesting, but I actually kind of like their shade Mushroom Whimsy a little bit more. It is a lot more sheer, like you can probably tell from the bottle, right? It's super thin, a very like glassy kind of shimmer, but just really unique. Although this shimmer, I know we've seen before, like it's kind of similar to Mooncat's Root of All Evil, but this is just, you know, a lighter brown version of that one. So I think between these two, I do want to keep Mushroom Whimsy, so I will set aside Ashes to Dust. Then for these lighter beigey kind of shades, these first two are from Hollow Taco. This one is Haute Couture from the Barista Bundle. It's like a very light ivory kind of color with like a little bit of a pink undertone. It's not as pink as Blushed Ice, which, oh, I think it's right here. So, you know, they look similar, but on the nail, they are like pretty different. So I do love this one, so I am gonna keep it. And the other one is 50 Shades of Greige, which I also really, really love. This was like such a surprise favorite where, you know, at first glance, it just doesn't really do much. I mean, obviously it does have a strong linear hollow flare. There's something about the color that I thought, you know, maybe wouldn't work, but I think it looks so elegant. So I definitely am keeping that one. These next two shades are some somewhat oldies from Painted Polish. They're like a couple years old. Definitely need to be mixed up because the glitter's like all settled, but this one is called Let's Get Chip-Faced, and this is Let It Dough. This is from a cookie inspired holiday collection, which I thought was so freaking cute. There were a few others in that lineup, obviously, but these two are easily my favorites, so I am still going to hold on to them. This is Picture Polish's Grace, which is not really supposed to be beige, which, by the way, I feel like I'm just kind of noticing it on camera. I feel like a lot of these colors are looking a little bit more washed out than they are in real life. So if it does look super like dull and kind of gray, that's not how I see it in real life. There is like a touch more warmth to it, but it's still generally, you know, a light beigey color. But yeah, this one is supposed to have like a very light pink color to it, but you know, some pigments, mainly purples, but some pinks apparently can fade. So I think that's what happened to this one. But even with it fading, I think it still looks really pretty. Like it just has a classy, elegant kind of sparkle. The problem is that I don't know how much I love it like on me though, because I'm very pale and I don't know, like sometimes I do like colors that are pretty close to my skin tone because I don't mind that whole like mannequin hands thing. You know, sometimes it just needs to be like the right shade, the right undertone. So I don't know, I think it works. Like it is light, very pale like I am, but I don't think it looks awful. Like there's something about seeing it in the bottle next to my hand that I'm like, oh, it's like maybe a little not my color. It's like a very sandy kind of color, right? So I don't know. I could see this one leaning like either way of just it not looking great on me, but at the same time I wouldn't wear it as like a full mani. I would love to use it as like an accent color or something for like a beachy kind of mani in the summer. Ooh, speaking of, wait a second, I didn't take out Hollow Taco's Beach Please, which I don't know, it's like a little bit more yellowy than like a true beige. I still want to keep this one, but yeah, I feel like both of these are very different where I can keep both, right? At least I will for now. But moving on, the next two polishes are creams. This one is Olive's Limestone, and this is Color Department's Blank Canvas. So we have some just beigey creams. Obviously this one's a little bit warmer. This one is a cooler toned, slightly more grayed out. I remember not loving Limestone when this first came out because it just reminded me so much of like foundation, you know, just liquid foundation applied onto your nails, and it just is so, it's so weird. It's a little too in that uncanny valley for me. Yeah, this one, unfortunately, I don't think is like my color for whatever reason. I think I just like this one a bit more, which is so interesting, by the way, because I know, actually, I don't remember what video it was, but we were talking about like undertones and whatnot and how I think I'm a neutral. I said, I think I'm neutral, maybe leaning cool, but then I had a couple people in the comments say like, oh no, you're definitely more like a warm toned, which is so surprising to me. Like in a way, it makes sense because I do like a lot of warm toned colors, but then for neutrals like these, you know, shouldn't I like this one more, or like maybe find it more flattering than the one on my pinky? Because that one's obviously like cooler tone, right? So I don't know, I guess maybe it's just like the actual color at the same time. So it's just so, it's such an interesting thing. But so I guess by that logic, let's check out blank canvas, because from the bottle, I like limestone more, but on the nail, wasn't really doing it for me. So maybe this is more of my speed. It's just, this one's a little too gray for me. Like I know I only did the one coat, but yeah, it's just not the right tone or like shade or something. So I will actually set both of these aside, as much as it kind of pains me, because I would like to keep at least one, you know, for like a beigey like cream. Neither of these really do it for me, so I would rather not have them just like take up room, right? And the last one that I have here is Cirque's Pebble, which is one of their speckled polishes. Arguably looks kind of close to the color department, or maybe like an in-between of these two. But the Cirque is like slightly more yellow leaning, I'll say. I don't know, but I like this as kind of just a neutral for fall, so I will keep that one. Next, we might as well go through the polishes that I have here, which are just kind of like a lot of the sparkly ones. I guess we'll start on this side with like the more like metallic coppery ones. So this first one, this is an oldie from my collection, but I love it. This is Polish for Days Effulgent, which is kind of like a rose gold, like bronzy copper shade. I think they just look so classy. I love doing like a little sponged on gradient or something. It's just so pretty. So definitely keeping that one. This one is Tyler's Trinkets Boots with the Spurs, which was the collaboration, or one of the collaboration shades with Nick from Nail Daddy. Love Nick. I think he did a great job with this collab. Amazing quality polishes, but I think I would say this is my least favorite from the collection. There's something about this brown that's like even though I love a gold shimmer, you know, sometimes when the gold is like a little too gold in the brown, it just doesn't like, it's not the right combination, you know. I just don't usually love it, but I don't want to get rid of it either. I feel like it is pretty unique to my other kind of like shades here too. I will keep it for now because I think it's a good brown metallic, like it's unique to my collection. It's a relatively small bottle, so you know, it's not taking up too much room, but this might be in a giveaway like in the future. This next shade is a super oldie from Cirque. This is, I'm pretty sure, like my very first Cirque polish. This is Halcyon, which is their rose gold, sort of like foily metallic. I don't know if this finish has the same reputation as like, you know, Holo Taco's Frosted Metals or Island Peas Ultra Metallics, where it tarnishes over time. I can't remember if this one was like any pinker when I originally got it. It probably was, honestly, but yeah, I still want to hold on to it just for like the nostalgia, honestly, because like look at this label, right? Crazy, what a throwback. Then this one, you know, in a similar vein, we have Mooncat's The Trouble with Immortality, which looks really similar color-wise, even shimmer-wise too, but I would say the Cirque is like a little bit more sparkly, you know, having like more of a metallic finish, while the Mooncat is, I don't know, just more of like a sheer shimmer, right? So they're different. This other Mooncat, well, technically this one was a Live Love polish. It didn't come back as a Mooncat, but this one is called Ring It In, which is like another, you know, rose gold kind of shade. It is a little bit lighter, maybe more copper though. Absolutely stunning. Oh my god, I love these shades. I can't get enough of them, so I'm gonna be keeping that one too. And lastly, this one is not supposed to be this color. This is Holo Taco's Fake Date, which has obviously tarnished. It used to be a really beautiful, like, pinky kind of color. Now it is rose gold. It's kind of the color I remember Island Pea's Juliet being when that was like fresh, right? But my bottle of Juliet has like tarnished beyond where it looks like this. I don't even think I have it anymore, but I want to keep this as my Juliet like replacement, you know, but I should use it because otherwise it's just going to continue to tarnish and look even darker. So yeah, I'm not going to be getting rid of any of those. Then moving on over here, this next one, oh my gosh, one of my favorites. This is CX Polish's Kindling from his holiday collection last winter. I'm hoping this will be back. I have not checked in with CX Polish as far as like restocks and whatnot. I mean, I know it's like kind of late to be releasing holiday collections now, but yeah, this one is super stunning. Even if it comes out after the holiday season, I feel like it's still worth picking up just for winter in general because it's such a cozy brown. Absolutely beautiful. Then here we have Holo Taco's Holo Cappuccino, which is another barista shade. I would say maybe my top favorite one, so definitely keeping that. These next two are Mooncat Browns. This one is Boa Constrictor, which is their linear hollow, and this one is a magnetic, so it's not, well, I guess like, yeah, the base is still kind of brown, but this is Scum and Villainy from the Star Wars collab, so it's like a deep brown base with like a coppery rose goldish shimmer and then some flakies in the background. I really love both of them, and they're both very unique to my collection. Is Holo Taco's Blushed Ice, which I had brought up before. Very pretty. I'm telling you, that whole like Holo Barista collection is still just one of my top favorites from them. Then we have two Island Pea shades. These are the two brown neutral magnetics from the Velvet collection last spring. Oh my god, was that last year? Because it feels like longer ago than that. But we have Teddy and Velveteen. Maybe, you know, similar at first glance, but I like having both. You know, they have their different qualities, I guess, right? So, you know, it's just they're both just like really nice cozy shades. I guess to show the other Island Peas, I know I shared these like in the comparison video somewhat recently, but this one is Reindeer Crossing from the most recent Island Pea collection. I love the deeper base in this one and like the gold flakes. I just wish it was more pigmented. I'm still gonna keep it, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, I wish it was a little bit more pigmented and opaque. So yeah, these three brown magnetics, really, really pretty. And I guess finishing up the Island Peas, we have two here. This first one is Toasted, and then this one is Cookie Cutter. So Toasted, I'm pretty sure was from the Winter Resort collection a few years ago, like 2021 maybe. And Cookie Cutter was from the Home for the Holidays collection. So between these two, I know that I liked Toasted more. Cookie Cutter, I feel like just didn't suit me as well, like where it kind of, you know, leans like a little too in this like weird color category where like I like it on its own, you know, I think it's such a cute polish and I love the name, but between these two, like if I had to choose, which I feel like I have to because my Island Pea winter drawer, ooh, oh my gosh, it is getting so packed in there. So putting these two against each other, I am definitely going to be keeping Toasted. I feel like this one just looks a lot nicer on me. So yeah, it pains me though because Cookie Cutter is just so cute. Then the last Mooncat that I have here is Fake Halo, which is supposed to be like their rose gold, I think they call it, but I see it more as like a champagne gold. Either way, I love it. It's super beautiful. This one is Olive Stardust, which recently came back for their winter collection. It's kind of like, you know, a rose gold metallic, but like a much smoother finish, much lighter, also very shimmery too. Oh, it's just so pretty. I'm basically just gonna be keeping everything. These last two, we have this nail polish shade. This one is called Let's Get Ready to Crumble. I want to chew on the cap so bad, but I actually love this base color too. It's just, I know like these colors can be so boring to a lot of people, but it's just like that perfect balance of, you know, a cozy, slightly warm base with this gold shimmer. And this one, oh my God, are you even joking? We don't even need to talk about it that long. This is Holo Taco's Fairy Tale, the best brown magnetic ever. It's a no-brainer. So, okay, yeah, we're keeping a lot so far. Hopefully I can bring it down a little bit with these like next couple of shades or whatever. So we'll see, but these are the warmer kind of brownish shades getting into like the brick brown reds. Okay, we're not starting off strong because this one is Sylvan Claw's Walled In. Oh my God. It is another brown linear hollow, right? I won't lie about that or say that it's not. So here it is next to Mooncat's Boa Constrictor, but it's just like lighter, and it also has this fiery shimmer, which, you know, I am just like such a freaking sucker for. So I feel like these are different enough that I could justify both. This one is China Glazes The Snuggle Is Real. Oh my God, another favorite. I loved this collection. I forget what it's called, but it just was this beautiful, like cozy autumn collection. And yeah, I still adore this one. It is one of my top favorites. It's just very, very cozy, kind of similar looking to the Static Nails. This one is called Creme Brulee, but this is a bit more sheer, as you can probably tell in the bottle. A little bit of like that crelly kind of formula. I feel like this one is very close to giving like a, what is it called? Like the mannequin hands, you know, just like maybe because it is a little crelly leaning, so it just like blurs your nail line a little bit. Like, look at that, right? It's like not an exact match. It is a little bit darker and warmer still than my skin tone, but for whatever reason, I just like it a lot more compared to these two. And just for quick reference, here's like a little quick swatch, just because I don't want to take up too much real estate on my thumb. These are actually like really similar. At least they're looking like that on camera, but in real life, the China Glaze is like a smidge darker and obviously a cream. So they're different enough that I am gonna keep both. Next, we have Sinful Colors Coffee Drip, which is one of their scented polishes. So this smells like coffee. And I think this one is so stunning. It's like such a unique shade, where I guess technically maybe this one could have been in my cool tone section, because like the base is a little on the cooler side. At least I think so. Actually, wait, no, maybe that's just picking up on camera. But if I'm looking at it in real life, it's hard to say because it is filled with like a glowy, warm, like copper shimmer. I do remember when I had shared this in like a previous video, I mentioned it looks more yellow on camera, but in real life it has this really cozy, just like warmth to it that I feel like, you know, isn't translating well. So yeah, this might look unappealing on video, but if you happen to see this in stores, I feel like it just looks a lot prettier. Okay, these next three I feel like are very similar color-wise, so we'll talk about them together. But we have Cracked Polish's Sandy Cracks, which I don't think is around anymore. I think she discontinued this one at the beginning of the year. Such a shame, because it is such a, first of all, hilarious name, but also such a pretty color. Not one that I thought I would like, because I thought it was a little too like warm toned for me, but I think it's just so flattering with the shimmer and the dainty hollow. But I don't know, you know what, let me, because I know like I liked it before, but then now that it's not around anymore, I don't want to say I'm like less inclined to use it, but you know, with how big my collection is, it's just like hard to go back to polishes. But I like that. I feel like it just has this soft, like shimmer, almost pearlescent kind of vibe. But then with the grittiness of like the little hollow sparkle, it just kind of like looks like sand. Okay, I'm gonna keep it for now. Don't tell anyone, okay? These next two are LA Colors Western Boots and Holo Taco's Ginger Snatched, which I love both of these. The Holo Taco, easily one of my favorite creams from them. And the LA Colors, while it might be a little similar, it's just, you know, a little bit lighter, again, slightly more on like the crelly side. So it's almost like the in-between, or like the love child actually, of these two shades, Creme Brulee and Ginger Snatched. Maybe excessive to have all of them, but I don't know, I can't choose between them. Then the last one we have up here is Apocalypse's Romero, Wherefore Art Thou Romero, which is very unique. It is cool. I appreciate the vision, but I think respectfully, this one is just not a brown for me. I think the base was like a little too, like it doesn't look like it in the bottle, I think. I just remember when I tried it on, like I didn't love it for some reason, which kind of sucks because like I like the blue shimmer. Like it's just such a cool, unique color combination that I'm pretty sure I have not seen before. I don't know if it's because the shimmer is iridescent that it kind of can make the base look a little yellow, like you know how some, like with Mooncat's the Avatar State, like it kind of looks yellow in the bottle because of the blue iridescent shimmer. I don't know, it's just kind of weird, but yeah, as much as I would like to keep it, I have not gone back to wear this one, and I don't really have plans to do that, so I am gonna set it aside. Then from here, let me do these two on the end because I feel like these two are the most similar, being a little bit more coppery red orange in color. This is Island Peas Spiced Cider, which I adore. Oh my gosh, there's something so cozy about this color. Such a surprise favorite because I don't know, I just didn't think I would really like it as much, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it so much. And this one is Crack's Leather Bound, which is just like a dark brown multi-chrome. Kind of has this like red shimmer that goes to like a golden yellow in extreme lighting. I think this one is just like a hair warmer than Mooncat's Dark Horse. Like that one to me was just slightly more yellow leaning or something, or just maybe like lighter, but I liked this one like a little. Like the difference is so small, like you literally do not need both, right? Which is why I don't have both. I decided to keep this one. Then this one, I guess we'll do like these three because I feel like they are similar enough. Well, not really, because this one's so much brighter or lighter. This is Olivab's Goldstone, which is, you know, a very like reddish brown. Absolutely stunning. This is Nail Poli's Mini in Wake Me Up Before You Cocoa. So freaking cute. It is very red toned though in the base. Just made me realize I forgot to take out Cracked Polish's Kinoto, which is like a maybe the closest to this being like a red toned brown, but Cracked is even darker. So yeah, even though this is not like a hot chocolate brown, it's still just so freaking cute. So I unfortunately am still gonna keep it. And since this one is a cream, I'm actually gonna save it with the other creams because I don't know, it'll be easier for me to get through them later. And you know what, I'll do the same with this because this is what's it called? Ghosted by LA Colors, which is a jelly. So I'll save the jellies and the creams for, you know, their respective groups. But the last two shades that I have here are from Ethereal. We have Beware, which is a magnetic, kind of more on the, you know, like blood red side with like a brown undertone. And then this is Mine All Mine, which, oh my God, it is absolutely gorgeous. I love both of these so much. I feel like I have seen though some people saying that this shade has been like tarnishing or like fading or something. Obviously it hasn't happened to mine, so I need to wear it before it does, because that's going to be so devastating. I love it so much. But yeah, both of these are the coziest fall browns. I'm pretty sure I shared both of them in my fall favorites last year, so we are definitely not getting rid of them. And then these are the last couple of like sparkly browns that I have. So this first one here, Mooncat Stumped. Are you joking? This is a staple. This one is Dom Polish's Kelsey. Super stunning. Definitely keeping that one. Oh wait, look, I lied to you. This is Mooncat's Dark Horse, which, like I said, is nearly identical to Cracked Polish's Leatherbound. So it's going into the destash pile because I don't need both. Technically, between these two though, I probably should keep the Mooncat and get rid of Cracked, just because of the whole like bottle size comparison and how much like room they take up. But I don't know, there's something about the color of Cracked that I just liked a little bit more. So I'm gonna stick with that and deal with the mess of my Cracked drawer later. Then this next nail polish has a little glazed donut, or a chocolate frosted donut. This is Donut Worry Be Happy, and this is just kind of like a brown like jelly base with a gold scattered hollow mixed in. Super sparkly. Admittedly, not the biggest fan of like the shade of the brown, because it's slightly like yellow leaning. I wish it was a little bit warmer. It does look like a good match for the chocolate frosting though, but yeah, I do want to keep this one. See if I can like, make it work. Mainly I want to keep it because of the cap, right? Like it's so, another one I want to just chew on, but yeah, it's still like, I think it is cute. It's just kind of like the shade that I don't love, but I could easily layer it over like a darker brown cream. I have plenty of those, or even just like a darker jelly or something. It's just too cute. I don't want to get rid of it, at least not yet. This next one is Holo Taco's Topaz Tears from the Birthstone collection. You would think that this is like, this might be surprising that I still even have this in my collection. I don't want to say I like love it, right? It still kind of is like my least favorite from that lineup, but arguably the most unique from the lineup. Like, kudos to Holo Taco for putting this out. It does not seem like a polish that they would ever make, like, seeing this color with the Holo Taco label, kind of crazy, right? Yeah, part of me also wants to keep it just because it's such a unique shade from Holo Taco. So this is another one that, like, should be on the chopping block, I guess, but I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Then moving on, we have a couple of Island Pea shades, which I know for sure I'm keeping Bear Hug because I love this. Like, I could open this up and pour it down my throat. I love it that much. So unhinged. But this other one is Timber, which I want to love this one. I need to re-swatch this because I remember when I first tried it, it was just, again, one of those browns that was like a little too yellow, almost similar to the nail polish shade, which you can kind of see that, right? Like, they are kind of similar. Maybe Timber is just like darker, but they're just like that weird sort of like tone of brown that I'm not super in love with. So let me just do like a quick little swatch, because another thing too, I realized that it's been a few years, right, since I've swatched this Island Pea shade, and since starting my channel, like, my nails used to be like pretty stained, right? Like, very, especially my swatching hand, they were very like yellowy, right? Just staining happens. And I feel like I remember that influencing the way that I felt about some of these shades too, like Limestone or Cookie Cutter, where, I mean, I guess technically I did swatch this one more recently, but I feel like the staining, kind of plays a role in how the color looks and whatnot. And so I feel like my nails were pretty badly stained when I first watched Timber, and that made me not really like it. But you know, swatching it here, I'm not too mad at it. Like, it's kind of just like a neutral, like chocolate brown, you know, like a milk chocolate sort of shade. This is only 2 coats, by the way. So doing a third, you know, will deepen it up too, but well, if I feel like if that's the case, I feel like I should get rid of the nail polys one then, you know. Fine, I'll do it because I feel like these are similar enough when it comes to, like, you know, these colors that I'm not super sold on. The nail polys being lighter than this, I just know I'm not gonna like it that much, and I'm not gonna wear it. It's just the cap that I want to keep it for. But yeah, I would rather, I mean, obviously definitely keeping Bear Hug, but I kind of actually like Timber now. Like, it's kind of cozy. Speaking of cozy browns, oh my god, this next one is another like staple, I guess. I've had it for years now. This is Zoya's Tasha, which is just like a deep brown metallic kind of color. You know what, maybe this one is closest, not enough to be a dupe, but oh my god, where is it? Yeah, here it is next to Tyler's Trinkets, Boots with the Spurs. A little bit lighter, see, like more in that yellow kind of category, right? So okay, I was clearly not thinking straight when I mentioned before I don't have like a brown metallic, and so this one's very unique. I mean, it's still unique color-wise, right? Don't get me wrong. Between these two, I really do like the Zoya one more. There's just something about like a deep, rich brown that is always gonna do it for me. I will set this one aside. I'll put it away in a giveaway pile because I like barely use that one. Then we have a couple of Holo Taco shades. I'm pretty sure these two are, yeah, from the Barista bundle, so we are gonna keep them. But I actually want to like quickly re-swatch Need I Say Mocha, because this is another one that I'm like, it's kind of that brown that has like a little bit of this like yellow undertone, and you know, it's just not my favorite. Also, looking at it now, I'm like, is this gonna be close to Timber? Am I gonna have to choose between these two? They do look pretty similar. Like, maybe, and I'm like super out of focus, but I feel like that kind of helps to blur the holo and see the color underneath more. I think, you know, Holo Taco is a little bit warmer, right? You can see like that slight yellow, right? Oof, god damn it. Between these two, I do like the Holo Taco one more. Timber is nice. I mean, maybe it's just like neutral. Hold on, like let me like look around a little bit, move around the apartment, see it in like different lighting. I'm sorry I can't bring the camera, but you know what? No, I like both. In like just normal indirect lighting, right? Like next to the window, I can see this warmth in Timber. So it's not as yellowy as I'm thinking. I feel like it's maybe just on camera it's picking up that way. And while they do look kind of close color-wise, I think the Holo Taco is a lot darker. You know, it's like a significant color change, or color difference rather. Like, look at that, doing 2 coats makes it super dark. So I'm gonna keep both. Along with not Need I Say Mocha, Espresso Your Holo, which is the dark, like chocolate black brown shade. Although I do want to show this next to Olive's Sequoia, which is a different finish. You know, this is supposed to be, right, like a linear holo, but it's kind of on the subtle side. Although, actually, no, I think Sequoia is one of the stronger holos from Olive, but it's just hard to see here in this lighting. I feel like technically I shouldn't keep both, but I love both. So you already know, I'm just gonna decide to keep both. And lastly, these 2 shimmery browns with like a gold kind of shimmer are Holo Taco's Inkwell, right, from the Dark Academia collection, And nail polis, I'm soy over it. You know, this is another one where it's like the cap is so cute, like I wish I could just keep it for that, but the actual color, like it's super, super dark. And the shimmer is also very subtle, right? It's like kind of hard to stand out. So I will set this one aside too. Oh, it pains me that I have like these two nail polis in my destash pile because they're so cute. But Holo Taco's Inkwell, you know, this was like one of my least favorites, if not my least favorite when this collection came out. But then I learned to appreciate it when somebody painted that beautiful picture of like, it looks like candlelight being reflected off of spilled ink or something, right? Super beautiful. I think it has its purposes, but unfortunately in my collection, as far as my tastes go, this is really not one that I'm going to be reaching for. I'm gonna set this one aside too. So, okay, we're doing like, you know, a little bit better. There's some more progress that's been made. And now we have the brown jellies. So I guess going in like an order kind of, I don't know if this is really like the right color order, but going from like lightest to darkest, the first one we have here is Crack's Liquid Smoke, which is cool, but it's like, I don't know, because it's like between that or Mud Puddle being like a dark brown jelly, right? I kind of like Mud Puddle a little bit more. So I don't know, I feel like this one is still cool though, right? It's chic, you know, it's kind of more of like a cool tone brown, at least compared to Mud Puddle. So I do like it for that reason, but okay, it's okay. I'll set it aside. I was gonna say like, oh, I'll do the Cirque jellies, but then I'm going like out of order and it's driving me crazy. My general thoughts on these 4 jellies are that I really like them all. I love Ghost Jelly. It's a shame that this one is like not around anymore. This one is also more of like a reddish brown color, you know, similar to Kinoto, maybe like a little bit more brown or just darker at least. So I do still want to hold on to the LA colors, but then for the Cirque ones, we have Cocoa and Mahogany in the middle. Cocoa being the warmer one, like slightly more of a red undertone, Mahogany being at least neutral, if not like yellow leaning, and then Crack's Mud Puddle, which I would say is the closest to Mahogany, but not an exact dupe. From these 3, I would say my least favorite is Mahogany. There's something about this color that just kind of like doesn't do it for me. So yeah, I think I will set that one aside and keep Cocoa and Mud Puddle, because even though they're both like warm or whatever, like obviously the Cracked is just so much darker, so it's different enough. Getting even darker, we are finishing up with my creams. So I have a couple, right? I have a couple, and they're slightly different too, as far as their like, you know, undertones go. Okay, like zoomed in and like adjusted the lighting a little so you didn't get the glare. But yeah, we have, you know, the more like red toned ones. I would say like here, this one is the most neutral. Actually, wait, maybe, I don't know where I would put this, because I feel like this one is slightly warmer, but it doesn't look as red as these. This is the most cool toned one for sure. So starting with this one, I guess, this is Olive Ab's Volcanic, which I am gonna be keeping because I love it. And I'm pretty sure this one came back earlier this spring. So excited about that because it's just a cool, like cool toned dark brown. And this OPI, this is Brown to Earth, which I also love. It's like a staple in my collection now. It's really dark and just warmer, at least compared to Mooncat's Kafkaesque, which again has this like slight, at least on camera, this slight like yellow leaning color, but I'm pretty sure on the nail it's not as yellow. It is just kind of like a neutral shade of brown. So part of me does want to keep it for that reason, because it is the most neutral, right? Like these are very like red leaning, and then this one's like super dark brown, but this one's a bit lighter, I guess. Actually, I don't know, maybe they are like the same level of like saturation and stuff. But here is one coat of Kafkaesque, and yeah, like it doesn't, I feel like on camera, why does it look yellow? On camera, I'm not a big fan of it, but in real life, I do like it. So I am gonna keep it along with Brown to Earth. And these last ones that I have here, for sure keeping brownie points from Holo Taco. It is decadent. Oh, so, so good. And quick comparison, here is Zoya's, I think Diane? Yeah, not Diane, but Diane with an O. This one is a little bit warmer, maybe a little bit lighter. Should I keep it though? Because if I'm already keeping, I had the Zoya one for longer, but I know I love the Holo Taco shade, so I don't know if it's worth keeping both. Because I know I also, like, not to get ahead of myself, but that Essie, that's not going anywhere. So here's one quick swipe of each. Diane has this like really nice like warmth to it. The Holo Taco looks a bit neutral, honestly, kind of not close enough to Mooncat's Kafkaesque. I'm just gonna set aside the Zoya because I know like I love this Holo Taco and I like reach for it more, even though this one has served me well. It's a beautiful shade, love the warmth, it's gorgeous, but I don't know, this just kind of like dethroned it, you know what I mean? And like I mentioned, we are also going to be keeping Essie's No To Do, which is just like a milk chocolate. So yummy. So, and obviously very different shades of brown. So yeah, we are going to be keeping those. So let me show you the rest of what I'm going to be keeping. Okay, so here are all the browns that I'm gonna be keeping. If you were paying attention, we did start with 4 rows and we are ending with 4 rows. So it doesn't really feel like a lot of progress has been made, but there is, you know, that whole row that I will show you of what I took out. So I don't know, maybe the numbers aren't as bad as it looks, but I feel like I could I could do better with, you know, paring down some of these shades, but at the same time, I am just struggling with like what to get rid of, you know? I feel like I already made my cases for keeping all of these basically, where even if some of them are like the same color, you know, like these 2 super dark browns, they're just different finishes. And so I want to keep both of those. That's just kind of how I feel about the rest of what's here. I guess technically the only other ones that I'm like, okay, I should really like make a decision between them are with like the rose gold, like coppery ones, right? Like we have Halcyon, Ring It In, The Trouble with Immortality, even Holo Taco's Fake Date. Well, like I mentioned, I do want to keep the Holo Taco as like a Juliet replacement from Island P. And oh man, between these though, I mean, I know I really love Ring It In, so I do want to set that aside. So then that brings me back down to Halcyon and The Trouble with Immortality, which technically, thinking of, you know, the storage aspect, it probably would be better to get rid of the Mooncat because Cirque is just smaller. It's like easier to fit more of them. Out of my 4 Helmers, only 2 of my drawers are dedicated to Mooncat, and I really don't want to like expand past that. Although at some point it's like, you know, bound to happen, but we're not there yet, right? Because it's like I would say these 2 are like the most similar, right? I think I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, let me just set that one aside, rip off the band-aid. But other than that, the only other ones that look kind of similar are these 2, which are the Island P magnetics that I already shared though, Velveteen and Teddy. So I can't choose between these, so I won't do it. But I think it's fine. I love brown polishes so much, so it's hard to narrow it down any further. I know I say this with every color, but yeah, I don't know. I just really, really like these. So, you know, maybe in the future I can revisit some of them, I guess. I feel really happy about these that I'm keeping. So now let me just show you the ones that I'm going to be destashing. And here is my destash pile. It's, you know, kind of small, but like not bad, I guess. Though I don't think I took out as many as I normally do, but it's fine because I really, really love brown. I'm not really feeling too upset over the shades that are in here because they're either, you know, like dupes to something that I already have, or I just like prefer the warmer version of it, or they're just shades that I don't think really flatter me. Like, you know, the undertone is like not quite there. Just don't bring me 100% joy when I'm wearing them. So, you know, it's worth like passing them along, right? So that wraps up going through all of the browns in my collection. As always, I would love to know what you think of this video, of the browns that I have. Were you surprised at the amount? Or of course, what you thought of the ones that I ended up taking out from my collection. I feel like this one was surprisingly hard, even though I know I really do love brown polishes. I guess I didn't think I would just struggle as much as I did, but I did my best. I ended up adding to my destash pile, which is ultimately the goal. So a win is a win, right? But yeah, it's just so crazy that we're like nearing the end of my destash series. At this point, I believe all I have left are going through the white polishes and then my toppers drawer, which both of those videos should be up in December. And hopefully, I'm not sure when exactly I'll be posting this, but it might be around Thanksgiving. So if you are celebrating, I hope you have a happy holiday. And if you aren't celebrating, I hope that you still have a wonderful day or long weekend. I know the holidays can definitely be really hard for a lot of people. I hope that you're doing what you can to take care of yourself. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.